So I have a few questions for you.
Okay.
I've been a fan of yours since I saw you on TV for the first time.
Oh, thank you.
Actually, when I read your book before TV.
Oh, thank you.
I have to ask, I know you got your degree in Maryland, and how did you end up on E? How did you get started in that career?
You know, I studied broadcast journalism at University of Maryland. Then I went on to graduate school and I studied journalism there. And it was funny because my very first job was working at a news bureau on Capitol Hill, and I would go cover politics. And I would ask, congressmen and senators the most ridiculous questions. And I'd be like, oh, what do you do for a good time? Like, what's the last great movie you saw? Are you a fan of Al Pacino? It was like ridiculous. So my professors were always like, okay, you can't be asking these questions. I'm like, but that's what people want to know. Like, they want to know they're real people. Well, apparently, people who watch those networks don't really want to know that. So my professors urged me to get into entertainment. And so I went to Hollywood and I worked my butt off for a few years, just doing every job under the moon. And then finally I got a break, and E saw my tape. I had this little dinky demo reel. It was like grainy and pretty awful. But they saw something in it, thankfully, because I was goofing around a lot in it and just having fun in interviews. And they called me in and I got the job.
Okay, so it is not easy at all. You worked your butt off. For people who don't know.
Yeah, you know what? I know I make it sound pretty easy. I mean, I know that this is a quick interview, so I can't give you the whole long and the short of it. But the long and the short of it is, yeah, it was a tremendous amount of work, to be honest, because I wasn't the blonde-haired, blue-eyed, kind of like typical anchor woman. I was kind of different. I dressed different. My hair was super long and blonde, and I had brown eyes, and I was Italian. I had a funny name. I just kind of had everything going against me. But I think if you stay true to who you are, and that's what I did, then eventually, someone will take notice, someone will like you and do something with you.
Okay, good message. And let's pop over to fashion. What colors are in for nails and accessories this season?
Well, this summer it's all about really bright, hot colors. So it's everything's kind of surrounds the bold colors, like bright pinks, hot pinks, like a great lime green, an awesome bright yellow. So you got to be bold with your color choices. We're seeing it all over the runways and in magazines, the color blocking, which is like, let's say, a green tank with an orange belt and pink shorts. But if you're not bold enough to do that yet, don't worry. I mean, you can do little things like just adding a great bright scarf to your wardrobe or a fun coral handbag. I mean, anything that just brings a pop of color in. A great bangle that's like a hot pink, or even nail polish is something that doesn't take a lot of commitment. You could do a fun yellow. And listen, if you're wearing yellow nail polish and you're walking down the street, people are going to think, you know what? That girl's kind of funky. She's got a good sense of style. It's fun. It's different. And if you don't like it, go get a polish change for $4. It's not the end of the world.
Right. And moving on to health and fitness, which snacks do you munch on throughout the day? Because I know your schedule is pretty hectic.
It's crazy hectic. So in my bag right now, as a matter of fact, I have Lara bars, which I love. I get them at Whole Foods or different stores. And what I love about them, what everyone should be doing, when you look at the back of the wrapper, there's only like 5 or 6 ingredients in a Lara bar, sometimes less, sometimes a little more, but they're all natural ingredients. And, so that's a great snack to have that I always carry around with me. Something else I love is Tropicana Trop 50. What I love about Trop 50 is it's 50% less calories and sugar, no artificial sweeteners. Once again, if you look at the ingredients, there's not a lot of them, and that's really important. And so this is something great. It's very refreshing for summer. And what's so great too is if you go to the trop50.com/Facebook page, there's all these other great flavors you can try. Like this one's lemonade. There's also raspberry lemonade, but they have tons of fun flavors. You can find out where to buy them. You can look at the ingredients and count the calories, and it's pretty amazing stuff.
Okay. And what is your guiltiest pleasure snack?
Oof, it's got to be, I honestly, ice cream. My husband and I have the worst sweet tooth. And that's the thing, what we try to do, or especially I try to do, is I try to like balance it. Like I'll eat healthy like most of the day, so that at night, if I know I'm going out, or I'm going out with a group of people and I'm going to have dessert, then I can splurge a little at dessert. So that's what I try to do. It's all about just balance. So definitely ice cream. I love ice cream with tons of whipped cream and caramel. I love caramel. So last night I was flying here to New York and they offered sundaes. And I wanted one so bad, and the guy next to me was eating one. But you know what? I knew I had to get up early, and I knew if I ate it in the morning, I'd feel kind of sick. So you just got to be disciplined too, you know. So I do try to practice discipline.
Okay. And I do write on the website, you know, for girls who are like, I can't achieve that skinny look, and I'm like, well, maybe your body's not built for it. You know, what do you suggest for girls who just will never be that thin but look good with a little bit of meat on their bones?
Listen, I mean, here's the thing. If I looked good with meat on my bones, I love that look. Like when I look at the Kardashians, I think they're so hot, you know, like, and I think that's a very hot look right now, is like having a more curvier figure. It's just like when I gain weight, like I could never be that curvy girl because it would go straight to my stomach. I'm Italian. We gain in our stomach. So there's nothing attractive about that. So I'd still have like skinny arms with this like big tummy, and that's just not in style right now. So, you know, but I love that curvy look. I say embrace your curves, embrace whatever body type you have. The most important thing is just getting fit. You know what I mean? Like, it's not about getting skinny or looking a certain way. It's just like, go to the gym, you know, and go 4 or 5 times a week. Get on that treadmill. You don't have to run, but walk and do some weights and get your body just fit and healthy. You'll feel so much better. You'll wake up with more energy. You'll go to sleep and sleep sounder. I mean, you know, it's really about just feeling good and feeling like when you look in the mirror, like, damn, I look good.
And final question. Being in front of the camera in a studio is very different than the reality television show.
Yeah.
Did that help at all with the transition of being followed around all the time?
I think it did. You know, I think it did. I mean, it is certainly different being on set of E! News because I can hide behind the stories and, you know what I mean, and the stuff that we read. And it's not about us. It's about the celebrities we're reporting on. But yeah, the reality show isn't like that at all. I mean, people are in your business, you know, constantly because you know, you put it out there for them to be in and to show to the world. So yeah, I mean, as much as I think that, you know, it might have given me a little bit of an advantage, it still didn't prepare me for a reality show. I mean, we're now in our 4th season. We're taping our 4th season, which premieres next month on Style. And it's, you know, it's been pretty amazing. But I think as the seasons progress, like, I'm not ever nervous in front of the camera anymore at all, like I was maybe in the 1st season. Like, we just let anything show, you know? And I think the more natural you are, the better, and the more real the show is, obviously.
Okay, so you have a new appreciation for the reality stars you interview now?
Oh, 1,000%, 1,000%. You know, it's pretty crazy, and you are opening up your life to a lot of people, but you know, especially with our show, it's been very rewarding because we've talked about our infertility struggles and that sort of thing. And I wouldn't trade that for anything. I mean, as much as it's been hard to show all of that, the amount of emails we've gotten from women and men saying, thank you for, you know, for doing this. I don't feel alone anymore. I mean, that makes it all worth it.
I feel like our hopes as viewers are your hopes. You know, we hope with you every day.
Oh, thank you. No, and I appreciate it. And people just say the nicest thing. It's funny, people will like come up to our dinner table, we'll be out with friends, and they'll be like, oh, you know, can we have a picture? And then they'll be like, you know, I'm praying for you, you know, I hope you have a baby, or are you pregnant? And our friends will say, oh my God, how dare they ask you that question? I can't believe that person just asked you that question. And it's like, listen, they're just like nice, kind people who are wishing you good fortune. It's like, yes, they're a stranger, but I think that's really sweet, you know, and you know, I don't know, it doesn't bother me at all. I mean, I think it's just a really nice gesture.
Okay. All right, well, thank you for your time, and thank you for being so open on your show.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for your time. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, and I look forward to the next season.
And I always get your Google alerts. It's kind of amazing. You guys have some good news there. You always have, like, breaking news, so good stuff.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much.
All right, bye, honey. See you.
Have a good day.
Thanks.
Bye.